It's all over So Far Gone. It's all over Thank Me Later. It's
whole
all
discography.
over. Like, this has been his story. So for me, it was disappointing to see that your song hasn't changed in terms of you feeling like that. It's disappointing to see that you haven't made the changes in your circle. And maybe you can't, because that's, again, when you're just part of too many circles. When you're too huge, you're just part of everything, and maybe you can't. But it's a shame that he still feel like that and didn't make the necessary changes to avoid that, and that's been his story for so many years.
Well, sometimes your music,
that's all.
Your music sometimes can contradict what you're actually going through. I think a lot of people
Also, I think it's time to question whether he knows how to be a friend or not.
Ooh, that's
possible too.
Okay, that's a different.
Because that's kind of the point I was making before with, hey, you can fuck everybody's girl, cool, when you that nigga. Some of these men hold you higher than that, and you have some relationship equity there. So, like, him unfollowing me, to me, is very different from him unfollowing LeBron. And ain't LeBron tatted on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So it's like, don't tell me that that's not a friendship, and if you keep burning the bridges, or seemingly, because I don't know, then at some point you got to question the type of friend that you are. That's all I think.
Very possible.
Like, you unfollowed DeMar DeRozan? And I don't know what happened, but I know that these are people.
He was in a video.
You know what happened? He picked a side.
He was in a video, Joe.
We about to get hip hoppy. I'm talking about in real friendship.
Joe, stop.
And don't unfollow me. Don't unfollow me and still follow my son either.
There is a difference.
Joe, are you crazy?
Fuck out of here.
If I was in a video of somebody dissing you, you'd be upset.
You've been in mad videos with Mandy, and you still been my friend.
But that's.
It's not different.
But you spoke to her. You gave the okay to speak to her because you engaged with her. If you didn't,
I give you the okay to do it because I don't care. But if I saw that and was sensitive, same with Ish and same with Amon, any of you niggas that's cool with people I may not be cool with, and I unfollow.
Y'all not enemies.
Listen to me, let me land. Because my point is, I didn't even forget my fucking point.
The nigga that tried to bear spray you, nigga.
No, wait.
The nigga that tried to bear spray you.
No, listen, wait.
If I was in the video with him.
If Drake saw Kendrick in the street, they would talk?
I don't know.
Give me a guess.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna go with no.
Give me a guess.
I'm gonna say no.
No.
He called him a P word, bro.
No.
Pussy?
Maybe
Okay,
not.
cool.
Maybe not.
If you see
Oh,
Mandy in the
right.
street,
Maybe
y'all will talk. So you and Mandy are not out here. Mandy's not trying to end your career. Mandy's not trying to stop the Joe Budden podcast from generating revenue. That's a totally different thing than this man that is trying to put you, for all intents and purposes, under the ground. It's a totally different thing. So if
I don't remember what I was arguing. So
I'll bring you back. So if you are DeMar DeRozan and you played in Toronto, and me and you have let's say a 10-year relationship, because DeMar DeRozan was in Toronto for a long, long time.
He was.
Right? If you are LeBron James and I got you tatted on me now I sound like a caper for Drake. But I got you tatted on me now, right? So I think that we have a certain level of relationship and a certain level of rapport.
And then you go do a video.
And now you go be in a nigga's video that is trying to end me. He might feel a certain type of way.
He's allowed to, too.
What if he got that relationship with him? I'm just asking.
Then you stay neutral. Ice, if you beefing with a nigga and you my man and I love you, and you beefing with another nigga that is my man and I love, one, I'm gonna try to mend the relationship. I'm gonna try to mediate as best as I can. If I see that it's outside of mediation, I'm gonna remove myself from that particular situation. I'm not gonna be in a nigga video. I'm not gonna go to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just chill the fuck out. I'm not gonna go to Ice's tour and Ice shitting on this nigga that I fuck with and I love and be on the stage like.
This is what I was literally saying about LeBron showing up to the pop out. Like, I was literally saying that, and everybody was like, no, it has nothing to do with that. He plays for the Lakers, this, that, the other. He was there for his wife, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's not the way that Drake is going to it's not the way that Drake's going to process it. And evidently, it's not how he processed it.
And I don't know if any of us up here would process it the same way. I don't know that.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'd be upset.
Joe, if a nigga is throwing a concert and the lead to the concert is the fact that he has a song calling you or anything, I can't sit in that crowd. You are getting unfollowed after that. You would unfollow me after that. Whether you show the emotion about it, but you at that point would have to say, this person can't be for me. Not saying you have to be for the other person.
I'm agreeing with what y'all are saying. That's why I wish I remember what I was arguing.
We were saying that he unfollowed DeMar DeRozan, he unfollowed LeBron, he unfollowed certain people based on the premise that I'm assuming, I can't speak for him, I don't know him.
That's
about
him
being a
real
good
life
friend
and not real life.
Yeah.
Got it. Y'all are saying that is real life. Got it. All right, I understand.
And you were also making the point about him not being a good friend.
Yeah, like
I think that's fair too. I think all things are fair here. But you know what? Y'all say things like that, right? And it goes back to something we was talking about earlier, which is just respect, especially respect amongst men.
True.
You know what get people to treating you and handling you the way in which you care to be treated and handled? Their respect level for you.
Or no, you treating and handling them in a manner in which you want reciprocated.
That was my next point. That comes from the respect level. And again, I just don't know. But I'm not sure how many of these industry friendships and relationships he had the most respect for.
Right.
But I think that every relationship is different. So I think that me and Corey can have one relationship, and I might not have the same relationship with Parks. You understand what I'm saying? So if I treat Corey to a certain standard and I treat Parks to a different standard, I might be so-so with Parks. I might be A1 with Corey. I might be 100 with Corey. I don't expect the same reciprocity from Parks that I get from Corey.
But in this particular situation, there is one action that keeps on coming up, and that is he will fuck your girl.
We're not going to unpack that again.
No, I know, but
if I fuck, no,
but it just leads into the conversation of you saying,
and I didn't fuck Corey girl, then I'm expecting a different level of loyalty from Corey than I got from Parks.
What's interesting is the person who's talking about friendship and feeling alone, et cetera, et cetera.
What if Corey seen you fuck Parks' girl?
Then that's on Corey and Parks to beef that out.
No.
You guys got to find someone else
not.
to use an example.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what if you see your man doing something that may be dishonorable to somebody he don't really fuck with. He hasn't done that to you, but how is your man supposed to feel watching you be dishonorable in that manner?
I mean, it depends. Every person is different. Every person is different.
Listen,
if I see one of y'all being extra muddy, and I'm sure it's vice versa, I would hope that y'all say something to me or judge the shit out of me. Like, I'm gonna say something to y'all, but we don't have to do that again. Tell me about the Solange photo. How do y'all dissect that?
I think it's encrypted.
One?
I think it's something encrypted.
It was next to an Aaliyah photo too, right?
Aaliyah photo.
The Aaliyah photo I don't even want to discuss because he's been a huge fan of
Aaliyah for
years, and he could just be posting a picture of Aaliyah. I also think it was the anniversary of something. It was the anniversary of something.
I don't know.
When he posted that thing.
Okay.
So I don't want to focus on that. I did not research it. I do not know. The Solange thing, though.
I think the Solange photo that he picked is definitely an indication like I'm taking a shot at you. I just don't know for what. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know, because it's a million pictures floating around the Solange. You don't go pick the picture of her being in the elevator after she just kicked you and smacked you. You know what I'm saying? To represent, like, I just don't know what it's for. We don't necessarily.
No, Drake's definitely not stupid. He's not dumb. He's not dumb at all. And we're going to get into that. We're just going to let that next clip play.
Can't take that away. But you're coming off of an L.
Okay. Major L.
A major L.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether you want to own it or...
How better to redeem myself?
I hate when you about to make me agree with Ish.
How better to redeem myself?
I don't want to agree with Ish. No.
And
broader than that.
Bigger than that.
This is redemption?
This goes to the Jack Dorsey point. This goes to the Kendrick point. This goes to all the points that are being made. This nigga has held urban music on his back for the last 15 years.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead.
Yo, he's held urban music on his back for the last 15 years. You think in his head Jay-Z's bigger than him? You think in his head Kendrick Lamar's better than him? That's why he fucking took Kendrick for granted, because he's looking at this nigga like a little nigga. He mentioned Taylor Swift. He mentioned Travis. He mentioned all these other people that, what he said, what was the line?
So you speaking to every reason to why he lost?
Yes, because in his mind, he is the big dog.
And that's why he keeps losing, because nigga, get the fuck out your own mind, put your ego to the side.
We talking about two different
No, we
points.
not. We talking about a nigga, first of all, we talking about a nigga who's smart. He's not dumb. He's not a dumb guy.
This is a dumb move. But,
arrogance will make you dumb. Keep going.
Cool. Keep being arrogant. And now you're being arrogant with the big dog. Fuck if you think you a big dog today the past 15 years. That man is battle tested with not the underling. He's battle tested with the top of the top.
With the other big dogs.
With the other big dogs. And we've had moments where we had to decide who do we think win. Like even with the Jay and Nas shit. There's people who really feel like Jay still caught the better end of that.
For sure.
There's no debate with this nigga Drake. You lost twice, nigga. To people who we don't even herald as high as Jay. And this is the shit you want to start the battle with? A clip of Solange?
All right, let me respond to what you and Ice are saying.
Yo.
I received that. I get that. And I also feel like he lost to Kendrick.
Okay. We all in agreement with that.
And I feel like he lost to Pusha.
Indeed.
I'm not mad at if I'm him saying, okay, I'm losing these creative battles with talent. And to Ish's point, I'm a big dog. I'm not just talent. I'm now going to start shooting at a page out the Nicki Minaj books, the companies that I think are sabotaging me. So I'm no longer shooting at rappers. I'm shooting at the businessmen.
Execs, yeah.
And for as crazy as Nicki has looked in the past doing this, when you look today at Atlantic,
or when you
the
hear her
company
speak,
that she accuses of building up ops to take her out, when that whole building gets wiped out, Nicki's feeling pretty heroic. I felt like there was something strange going on between Hove and Drake when Meg was sending shots at Drake. And I do believe that there's probably a billion reasons for them to have some type of tension. I also don't fall for the features that niggas have done together. That means absolutely nothing.
That means nothing. Historically, that's just business.
I do hope that we get a Hove album soon. I don't think that Drake is ready for that type of pen creatively.
Hove's gonna be subbing him in 2026, man.
Because remember now, Hove was subbing Birdman. Yo, that my art on the wall cost just as much as your repo at home. Like he was my Basquiat and he was. So there's been little things to tell you that there's tension there. I don't know when a Hove album is coming. And I don't know how crazy he goes on Drake if he even addresses him. But that's Solange.
Whoa.
It'll be subs.
You know goddamn well.
You know the UPS box will be on some of them albums. This is going to be an address.
If Hove ever raps, he's going to respond.
Okay. All right.
Hey, listen, and I think Drake has every reason to have like you said, he has every reason to have.
Bro, you can't tell a nigga that's worth $1 billion at
absolutely
30-something years old that they not a big dog.
But if your starting point for all these things is women or some shit, and you seeing it not pan out the best for you, you should find a new tactic.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing that I don't. Loss makes.
Yeah, so I think it's another one. Let me see if I got it. I don't have it. Yo, right here. What is it? 6 minutes? All right, we'll let him play.
I've shown respect. I remember when he sent you a DM and you didn't want to read it on air. You're like, I'm not going to read this part. So you had love, and I remember some of the stuff when he was acting a certain way. I could see it in your body language that you was like you supposed to be cool, or we cool, or you doing this to me. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's how you felt. I'm just saying my observation. So can you understand when a nigga fuck with somebody and they don't really fuck with him? I'm saying putting yourself in that position where you like, yo, I show this nigga love, yo, he cool, and then you going on the internet acting like you don't really fuck with me. If you understand what I mean.
They both have that argument though.
Huh?
They can both have that argument. Because
he can say Joe ain't really fuck with him?
He can say he's experienced things where he expected him to hold him to a certain respect and he didn't. So they can both have that argument.
I came at the later end, I didn't see that. When I was here, he was showing that nigga love to me. Yeah. I saw it initially.
But, you know, instances can be, but when we start looking at his experience, you start the Kanye shit, all of it. You start watching people get into this industry, reach a certain point, and then certain things just happen where you feel like, yo, something's gonna go either really great here or it's gonna go really bad. And not talking about the business, just you as a person. It's starting to look like that.
And this is the last word for me, Joe. I don't want to drag this on. Sometimes I feel like I'm out of tune because when somebody's spiraling out of control, if I fuck with them, and I stood on this hill, I don't believe in joining the public against them. Right? That's not me. I'll go down with them with the ship going down, and that may be me being blinded. So sometimes when I hear these things, it looks like when you guys are speaking about things, it's like you accept society or you understand when you fuck up, nigga, we ain't fucking with you no more. If you do some fucked up shit, I'm distancing myself. It seems like people are more comfortable with taking that route instead of the loyal route.
Yeah,
or maybe not be loyal.
When you've been the guy for 15 plus, like it said, and you've had everyone champion your music, and in the moments where we thought people were gonna shit on you, people still showed up, and now there's a moment where it seems like everyone is on the other side of the fence, not just the general listener, but also the industry. That does a lot to your brain to figure out, what do I do at this point?
Got it.
How do I how do I even create now? Because I don't even know how I can create on some normal shit. And on top of that, I gotta fight with the big wigs as an artist. He's still just, like, don't get me wrong, he is business.
Got it.
But to them, he's still just an artist. You can't play with us.
Yeah, that's true.
So we will don't get me wrong, Michael was the top of the top, but we will show you, nigga, that you just an artist.
You're a nigga.
Even with the control that he had. Nigga, Mike owned half of niggas publishing.
True.
And because we want that asset back, nigga, we'll do whatever we can do to get rid of you.
Yep.
Drake is in the same position in my brain.
I agree.
We feel like you are at a point where either you're getting too powerful or you control too much, and it's time to shut this shit down. We'll lose 400 million today, so that down the line we can control 2 billion.
Got it.
That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yep.
That's exactly what it looks like. Like, I'm trying to make a move off to be a boss over here,
And they saying,
and
no,
you
no.
are a threat.
I said
No,
that.
sir.
I don't think.
Pow, pow.
I don't
Get
even
over
think they let this go that far. If they ain't felt a certain type of way about what he's doing.
Listen, as wild as 2024 has been, if you want my prediction, I anticipate 2025
Strap up.
10xing it.
Strap up.
It's gonna be a good season.
I feel like I've said that before. The Drake, the Hove, Salon shit is more of the same for me. Falls in the bunch of, oh, y'all getting ready to turn it up.
Yeah.
And some of y'all trust yourselves too much. Niggas got trust issues with everybody but themselves.
Niggas out here betting on themselves.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
You said they trust themselves too
You
much.
trust yourself too much. Niggas trust themselves enough to believe that when they want to crash out, it's the right decision. Yo, I want to crash out right now, and I trust myself to do that.
To come out of it, yeah.
You come out unscathed. I trust myself enough to believe that I'm the king of the castle and ain't nobody fucking with me. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm smelling my shit. My shit smell good.
But you was always,
trust myself.
but that was instilled in us though in life.
That's not true.
And not
bet on
just
yourself
that,
and
if
trust
that
yourself.
shit
It's
worked
not
for
true.
you a couple times,
What do you mean it's not
start
true?
to believe it.
That's not true.
No, the same way I might not trust one of y'all is the same way I might not trust myself.
Yeah.
I've been with myself enough times to see me be chaotic in enough situations to be rebellious, to make the wrong decision, to snuff a nigga you shouldn't have snuffed, to fucking stalk the girl you shouldn't have stalked. I've seen me in all my worst moments. So I might need to run this by people I trust.
And that
Right, but
and
Joe,
look,
what happens when?
You don't trust nobody?
No, not just that.
When they
You've been
suck in
in
your
these
dick.
moments. No, you've been in these moments and it worked out for you. It ain't really be as bad as you thought it was.
then you're
So
not-
now you sitting here like, hey, I can count on myself because it works out for
Then
me.
you're not as humble as you need to be. And there's two people on earth: the people that are humble and the people that are about to be. So if you feel like that,
That's a good one.
then you don't know that it only take one. It only take one. It's Pat Mahomes versus the field. It's Mike Jordan versus the field. It's LeBron versus. It only take one instance for all of that shit to come crumbling down.
We watching it.
Unfortunately, and I don't want to,
We not just watching it with him.
I don't want
we
to.
watching it with
because I love Drake's music.
mad niggas.
Old music, maybe not the new shit, but it's played too much of a instrumental part in my 30s. So it's like, and that shit come on, it'd be fire. It's like, where is him? I hate to see people not talking about him now, but just come in this industry and seemingly lose themselves.
Yeah. Been a couple
That
of,
is the
it's been a
worst.
couple of them.
That's the worst loss you could take, is losing you. And that's for you to decide who you are, who you want to be, who you will be, who you was. That's on y'all.
That might be part of the trick of the industry, convincing us that they lost
It
themselves.
put you in such a great position that you end up losing yourself. We see a lot of people go mad with great power.
Drake, in spite of me rooting for Kendrick, nigga, I don't wish you any ill will. And I do hope that you feel better if you are feeling down. Same to DDG, same to anybody else who might think I'm on some oppie shit, on just being mature. I don't want this shit to get the better of none of y'all. As someone, I'm saying that as someone has gotten the better of.
I wonder what Joe means by that. Like, what does he mean by that shit? The women? You don't want the women to get the better of them? That makes sense. I can understand Joe feeling that way, especially dealing with what he deals with now regarding his exes. But either way, Joe was rather mature there when discussing the Drake topic. He didn't sound unbothered from Drake Unfollowing. I was shocked. They have beef, and we all know they have beef. So but Drake was following niggas he had beef with at the moment. Like, I remember when I went to Drake's, who he was following, it was like, why is he still following Kendrick Lamar, his burner? Like, I would have been unfollowed. I would have unfollowed that nigga in April. Fuck that nigga. He crashing out on me, calling me a PDF file. He can suck my dick. Wait, hold, pause. But yeah. Fuck out of here. But yeah, Joe was very respectful there.